Hey guys, Troy Dooley, MLMNewsTalk.com and MLMHelpDesk.com. These are our two main websites. You can go check them out. MLM Help Desk has been around for a couple of years, and we are launching the brand new News Talk, where we're going to be doing editorials and videos just like this one on a regular basis. We'll be doing some company reviews that I think you don't want to miss. You know, it's great. June 1st, we go back full-time into what we love, marketing and consulting work within the direct selling industry. We've got a lot of new services. You'll be receiving, some of you who are leaders, founders of companies, will be receiving some brand new documentation in the next few days. And the rest of you, we are launching a brand new membership site that is just, I don't think there's anything else in network marketing like this, maybe in the internet, I don't know. It is purely focused on training and supporting and mentoring you with some of the greatest minds out there in direct selling, in leadership, in team development, in marketing strategies. We'll have some of our own stuff, 3 new ebooks coming out, one on social marketing, one on blogging, and one on the network marketing arena. You're going to love this. But let's look at what we've got going right now. I'm excited. Rod Cook and Ted Knighton reported on a new billion-dollar lawsuit against Ambit Energy. And you know, this is just the newest saga in the energy wars, and it's frustrating to me. The energy niche right now is just, I tell you what, it's what I would call a high-risk niche because energy is a commodity. I mean, that's just it. But some of these companies truly have their act together. It's amazing. We're going to talk about some of them in a minute. But this lawsuit, what got me here is that they went ahead and filed it in federal court, bypassing all the states. They also are hitting them with RICO. That's a Racketeering, Influence, Corruption Organization Act. It was basically put together for the organized crime, to try to break the back of organized crime. Lately, they've used it, though, when they brought down the cigarette companies. Tried to use it with Enron. Not sure if they were able to do that. They were looking at using it in the mortgage banking stuff to see what was going on. It's crazy because of what they're doing. But even that didn't bother me as much as this. Some of the most outrageous charges in this lawsuit are surrounding libel, defamation, harassment, discrimination, basically racism. This plaintiff that filed the charge on behalf of her and her company is a female Jew. And I got to thinking about that. I know a lot of Ambit reps. I know some of the corporate folks. And I'm thinking, man, they truly believe in free enterprise. They believe in the capitalism. Everybody has the right to make it to the top. But when I read this, and I thought, man, if somebody said something, if there was a culture where it didn't feel like it was open to everybody, I could see where that could end up in a courthouse. I'm from the South. I mean, we just say what we think, but there's a lot of people that are politically correct, and you got to be cautious on. So I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, man, how can I benefit our viewers? What is it that we can share? And I came up with 2 questions that I think would be pertinent for you to ask yourself in your situation with your company. Number 1, does our team and our company's culture support financial independence for all, or are we discriminating against a minority group or an ethnic group? Now, don't get me wrong. There's companies like Avon that are going to be more women than men. There's companies like, what is this one, Intimate Moments. It's probably more women than men. At the same time, Man Cave is probably more men than women. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is the culture. Is everybody supported? Are you out there building? You know, I'll use Evolv as a prime example, man. They just launched 3 new blogs for their Latino community. I think it was Peru, Mexico, and Uruguay, I think is what it was. You know, I mean, they're going like crazy. You look at Manatech, who's going into Europe. They'll be launching some stuff in Europe. So we're not talking about that. I'm talking about you're an isolated niche type deal and you're not doing anything. If that's the case, be careful. Be cautious about what's going on right there. I think that's important. Here's the second question. Can what I or my company has said be interpreted as misleading? Now, CEOs, please listen up for a second, because a lot of you are my friends, and here's something I've saw in the last week by a couple of my good friends and what they're allowing their company or their distributors to do. I'm seeing checks. Rank advancement check for this amount of money. Hey, I got my first paycheck in the mail. Look at this. And yet when I go to the websites, I don't see income disclosure statements. Man, there's already case law on this, so please double check with your MLM attorney. See what you can and can't do. And if you're a publicly traded telecommunication company, I really caution you, because when I saw your check, it was actually the guy hid the name of the telecommunication company that's based out of the South, and I could still see the name of the CFO, and she's bold and, I mean, right there. And I'm thinking, you can't do this, you know. So just be cautious, okay? Ask yourselves those two questions. Is the culture open to financial independence for everybody? And can anything that we say be used against us in a court of law, basically is what it is. And that's what you've got to look at. Hey, some better news. Our morning radio show, if you don't know about it, it's Radio for Your Mind. You go to radioforyourmind.com. Right now, we are doing Tom Hopp's book, Time Out, Winning Strategies for a Bigger Game of Life. Man, there is all kinds. Jordan Adler's in this book. B.K. Barreko's in this book. Donna Johnson's in this book. Phenomenal, phenomenal book, okay? We've been doing this radio show for 2 years. We are in iTunes. Just go to iTunes and type in Troy Dooley, and you can get some of these. We've got Seth Godin, Jim Collins, you name it. If you want to grow, you need to be over there checking that out, seeing what's going on. Another company that is launching, they're in their pre-launch, they're in their founder stage right now, and this is an interesting company. It is what I would call backed by God, and I'm not being facetious here at all. This company, it's called Beyond Organic Insider, and it was launched by the author of The Maker's Diet. And this is going to be an interesting company. A lot of buzz around this company. It's an organic-based company changing the world through diet. And they're raising their own cows. I mean, this is literally all internal. You got to check this company out. Right now, it's making some hot waves through the evangelical Christian community, and it's amazing. A PTL, what do you know, TBN, whatever it is, they're on there. So watch that company. It's got some stuff that's going. Some other stuff that's happening in the industry. Man, I just love this. Direct selling news. You can't live without it. You know, Lynn Clements, Bubba, you're down there in Indianapolis. Go say hello to Bell Beck. He's driving the Herbalife Indy car for Sam Schmidt's Motorsports. Matter of fact, Lynn, please take pictures of all the network marketing cars. That's how we're going to tell who's winning. Whoever is first, second, or third place, we want to know about it. Great stuff. Manatech is expanding to Europe. I think that's a phenomenal move on their part right now. The U.S., they've taken a few minor hits on lately. Stock prices are down. This is going to give them a chance, I think, to rebuild, do some stuff. Tupperware, Fortune's most admired company. I like that. That's a rocking thing. Monavie, you haven't heard a lot from Monavie. They've been doing some wild stuff overseas. They just got the Utah Genius Award for helping out the economy up there. Now, that's a positive move on their part. Let's look at some of the stock quotes that's coming. No, actually, let's do this. We were talking about the energy companies a minute ago. Listen to this. North American Power just announced that Bill Canary is taking over as President and Chief Compliance Officer. I think that right there is powerful in and of itself. He's got 40 years in the industry of energy industry. But now that's not all. Veridian Network just announced that Robert McFadden was appointed President and CSO, Chief Sales Officer. Bob's got a crazy, I mean, he's been around this industry, corporate level, top distributor. This is big. We reported last week, if you're going to be a company building it in the network marketing niche with energy, you better be well balanced. You better have leaders that know energy. You better have leaders that know direct selling, and you better work in tandem together. And some of this we're seeing right now come to fruition. It's going to be fun to see where we're going, what's happening. Max International, they just, I reported last week, they settled with Ken Dunn. But more than that, they're getting their house in order. They're getting some pretty good top crew in there now. I think that company, they've had their ups and downs. They are going to kick it up. Let's look at the stock watch. If you want to look for some good stock right now, let me share what you've got. Avon is at $27.81. They're down 7% for the year. That's good. Forever Living, man, this is a company that at the end of 2010, the stock was at 12 cents a pop. It's at 22. That's up 117% for the year already. Herbalife's up 19% for the year. I think that's great. We already reported Manatech was down. It's down 10%. New Skin up 17% for the year already. That's amazing what these companies are doing. I mean, it's just. Oh no! Wait a minute. That was Natural Health Trends. My bad. New Skin's down 5%. They're at $31.92. Look, you need to go buy that while it's down, man. They've had a rocking career lately with stuff. Prepaid Legal doesn't count. Relive is up 8%. That's phenomenal. You can buy them at $2.30 a share or roundabout. Here's another one. Tupperware up 25%. Life Vantage up 82%. It's at 70 cents a share. I'm going to tell you right now, be cautious on that, and it's because they do a lot of derivative stuff. And if you don't understand derivatives, you can wonder what the heck's going on over there. So just be careful. GeneWise Life Sciences, they are doing some stuff up 75% for the year. You can get them at 8 cents a share. So some great stuff happening in and around the industry. Listen, I've got one last thing that I want to say. My hat goes off over here to Brent Hicks and James Christensen over here at Evolv, and Brent especially. And it's because when all the stuff started happening with the tornadoes hitting in the south, Brent's from Louisiana. His family's from there. He understood what happened through Katrina. And man, the company put their money where their mouth is. They sent a lot of water and a lot of other products up there to this devastated area. And I just want to say, you know, we make fun of just water company. It Evolv's just a water company. You know, let me tell you something. That water was a lifesaver for those people in Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee. Now we got Missouri folks, dudes. My hat's off to you guys. Also, my hat's off to the leaders. When I made my announcement I was leaving Ignite 360 and that Ignite was moving out of the network marketing arena, I got to tell you, my friends came rallying around me. Tommy Chenault was there. He'd gone through. Garrett McGrath was there. He knows what I'm talking about. Richard Brooke and Chris just reached out. I appreciate that. BK Brieco, man, boom, boom, boom. This is what it's about in this industry, you know, and we've got some great stuff. If you've got something on your company that you want to talk about, if you want to look at what services that we're going to offer in a big way to companies and top leaders, send me an email, news@mlmtalknews.com, or is it mlmnewstalk.com? Read the screen. We're going to put it across up there, or just shoot me, you know, get me on Facebook, Twitter, send me a phone call. I don't give a rip, whatever you want to do. Check it out. See what we're happening. Go for it. We'll see you next week. Live life like it's an epic adventure. I'll see you at the top.